what he's done?
Yep,
Oh.
here's our list. He mowed, he pulled weeds, he trimmed with or trimmed something. Oh, no, not that, sorry. So what did he actually do? What would be our English interpretation of that?
He fixed up the yard.
Oh.
He fixed up the yard, he spruced up the yard, he got the yard, yeah, he worked in the yard. Would we need to say, my husband? Oh, my husband worked so hard Saturday, he mowed, he pulled the weeds. I gave my husband a honey-do list and he worked. He spruced up the yard, he cleaned up the yard. So we wouldn't, again, mirror that with our English interpretation. We will drop that source language and go towards our target language of English for this one. So who has the other blue? This shade of blue. And they're just categories. Are you the only one who has it? Yep. No, you have it
No.
too. You have two that are same. Hand yours to somebody else down there.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it too. There should be several of these actually, because these are easy. What's your blue? What's your category, Brad?
Vaccination for childhood illnesses.
So what
Or
would you do?
illness.
What would be your listing for that? You know.
Vaccinations.
Vaccinations, you know.
Medicine. Your sick won't.
But you know, you've explained what it is. I need a list of what some of those vaccinations are.
Oh.
So, you know, measles, mumps, you know, chicken pox, you know. You need a list of those things. So, as an interpreter, you have to know what those are. To go back to being all-knowing. So, if you have a medical assignment or something that might include that, before you go in, I would make sure I brushed up on some terminology. Who else had blue?
Fruits.
Yeah, you should have picked the fruit one.
You know, bananas.
Because you may have you may have an elementary child who doesn't know what fruit is because they haven't learned food groups. So fruit, you know, apple, orange, banana, all that, fruit. What's yours?
Weapons.
And I have to list every time for weapons because
Yeah.
it's a very broad term.
Knives.
Bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow.
Nunchucks.
Brass knuckles.
Anything.
To get that, because somebody may not know what weapons are, or what that word or that terminology is. Anybody else have blue ones?
Yeah, she gave me hers. The comments. I need a geography lesson.
Can you sing a song? Lily sang me a song.
South America, Europe, Asia, Australia. That one?
Yeah.
And if you know the signs for them, you'd sign them. If you would need to finger spell them, you'd finger spell them, and hopefully they would know what those are. Because they may not know. Of course, I got to think if they don't know what the word continent is,
Emily
finger spelled out, they may not know
Wrigley
some of the
sang it to
others.
me.
But then you would incorporate some other techniques. Okay, so couching and nesting. Trying to think what I want to tell you on this one. We're going to go. I have to be honest for this. Oh, I gave that example for couching and nesting. I knew I had that example somewhere. Okay. So, what did I do? Hit the wrong button. So for couching and nesting, we have to kind of expand. We're kind of going in reverse for this one. For your English sentences, you're going to have to do some, what's the word I'm looking for? Elaboration to get it across. So here's our ASL that we're going to kind of reverse into English. And I will tell you, as before I finish putting this up here, I debated on this example, but then you're going to face far worse situations you have to interpret.